Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War 1, the Empires in Turmoil DLC, and the Shadow of the Tsar scenario versus Balthazor Strategic Arcana. We're playing the rematch, he's the Reds, we're the Whites, and we're coming to my 11th turn in probably August 1919. Yeah, last turn was a pretty quiet one, both had to recover a bit on most fronts, or like upgrade, reinforce, follow up, move troops. So let's see where we're going. So far we've been quite successful moving forwards. I mean, we took Riga recently. Now in the north we want to take Daga Palace. And yeah, after taking Kharkov also push on Belgorod, I guess. And in the Ural we're defending. So let's see where this is. If this is continuing like this, defense in the Ural. It's really beautiful to see that we are causing amazing. We're causing quite some losses on them too. Oh, they're retreating from Dagapol. Interesting. Yeah, so that's turn out very, very well for me again. Wow, this division there in Kurk, or what the name is this? Northern Whites concerned with withdrawal of American Druk. Dog days of summer are here. Dog days of summer, comrade, yeah. And there we go, and we get a new core, or like reset up core for the Ural ones. Wow, this was a heroic defense. These guys will, the Ishev's division will get a prize. I'm gonna stack them up again, because just for holding them up for so long. Wow, and here division can strike this core with a 2. That's just nice. We can't move in, however, with a stronger one. Yeah, but we're gonna do this last as always. But yeah, I'm very happy with the situation over here. This is just how much he's investing here. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 5 cores up here, 7 cores, 8 cores we're fighting against. But just the terrain and supply is very terrible for the enemy. Yeah, this is taking its toll. And I mean, we're 11 turns, like they basically took Perm so far. Of course, yeah, Ufa if you want, or this area, or Birsk, but yeah, who cares for this? I think here we can hold the line way better. Yeah, let's see. Another thought we're gonna follow ahead just yesterday was like, what could we potentially do with these mobile units? Because yeah, in the end, cutting off, we could go for Orenburg just to free these Cossacks again. This was occupied. And the other option is to cut basically next to Samara and Kazan, but you have to go basically up to here to Vyatka if we wanted to cut off, let's say, the train connections to towards the Ural. So that's, we can make this maybe our long-term perspective for these units here, just to harass here a bit in the back of yeah, Kazani areas or so forth, to threaten this. I mean, it's kind of unrealistic that this might happen. This, in the end, he just needs a couple of stronger units, and he can always move them as well. Yeah, just as a quick thought ahead. Interesting that he, yeah, running away from the Poles now. Annoying. Makes us, yeah, we can't go north of Lanaroch, and out of, so the Poles are basically, yeah, we moved a lot of MPP here, but yeah, it's the Polish one, so it's okay. Sad. I was also considering how we maybe cut off here the train line here to take out the option for them to retreat. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Let's get started, but as always in the very north up here, and see where we can. I mean, could consider how much is the operation. 37. No, they have way too little. I'm rather moving them very slowly. I know it's very slowly, but we're not gonna go for Repola. No, it's too small. Rather moving here so we can start surrounding these boys. I might do it actually already. Bad supply over here, but yeah, we'll be able to cut them off now with the 3rd division. We'll either force the enemy to retreat. I mean, here it's not going to be hard for them, or to put new troops in here. And I feel like the enemy is suffering under the same problem as I did, since he's like giving up so much space and land, since he's lacking troops to fix every hole he has. So yeah, that's the idea. That's why we're starting to do this like this. Yeah, they will suffer maybe with a counterattack, but that's okay. And the Northern Whites have 122 MPP. We could consider either... We haven't even double checked it yet, right? Putting one in here. Or... Oh, we can't buy another division. Okay, we need to save it up anyways for a cav or a naval infantry division. Ah, interesting. So here we're at the max. No, I want to stay with the northern whites. Or we can go into command and control. Are we saving it just up? That might be actually the best idea. Logistics. I think we're gonna save it up actually. Maybe I should have operated in the end. Air Force, nah. I'm saving it up and I'm gonna go for the cav or naval infantry, I think. I want more troops down here. More important for me right now than the research. Here, I'm gonna play this game again. Why can't our naval planes... Okay, he reinforced the sub, interesting. The DD here, so we can't take it out that easily. Well, then we're gonna do it like this again. Sadly, I cannot. Ah, recon and bomb, okay. Ooh, Petrograd is also not manned here. Let's see if we can get in, actually. Maybe we could use the British MPP to fresh up our seaplane carrier. So it gets stronger, and maybe we can actually strike here a bit. Well, alright, definitely I wanted to, yeah, we wanted to upgrade here, of course, them to level 1, but supply is problematic. Yeah, but before the enemy has the time, I think we can still, like, yeah, it's fine, these guys will withstand it. Digging in immediately, and we have the one division here to essentially go into rotation. I want to buy a second division too. So the Estonians can defend here the quick small Narva front. I think that's helpful. Yeah, exactly, that's really nice. Then in this case we can continue to Smilten with the Udenich HQ. The 1st Latvian division can do some reconnaissance over here, which essentially is this right now. I wanna... I wanna, of course, bring them to strength. We have to figure out where the best spot for this might be. Yeah, these guys can march here. This lovely core. Then with these boys to the front. Ostrov is manned, okay. Then these boys follow. If we want to reinforce, we have to take them to good spots. Let's have the north. Yeah, so we can basically regroup here next turn. Sorry, I'm checking this for the 7th time. Yeah, I think they won't pass by here and go to Tartu. And if they want to, they can. Actually, it's not a big of a deal. Like this, we should be able to reinforce all of our units over here next turn. Then we're gonna use the Latvians here to take Daugavpils. Daugavpils. I'm sorry for slaughtering this one all the time. In German, I think it's Dünaburg, because the Daugavpils, I think it's the name of the river here, is called the Duna in German. I don't know the name of in Latvian or Russian, to be honest. Yeah, side info. Is there any thing we have to respect regarding partisans? No. Yeah, what are we doing with the Poles now? I mean, I guess it's a smart choice to refuse battle, to be honest. Since the Poles can't really move in. We don't need them here in the Balticum. We can't operate north of Narok, east of Berenzina. so it's, and only in the Baltic, so, or Lithuania, so we're basically tied on and Ukraine. So this is are the limits we already have gotten to. It is what it is, yeah. I mean, I would, let's see when he's going to. We can establish here a very strong defense around Minsk. I mean, it will stand until essentially there's this peace event, if you remember. Let's just put it up here. Yeah. We could just quickly take them for reconnaissance here. I will. Polosk is meant, okay. Let's see if they could take some damage over here. Polish army regrouping. I mean, we can try to fight the partisans here. That might be a good use case for them. These guys remain here. Yep. Have to also upgrade over time. Well, but to be honest, I mean, he gave up so much land, but it's also not going to be easy for him to get it back. Since now we have stabilized this, we have here the crossroads. Now we have a connection. This should increase our MPP income from what I've learned last time. And we have now the opportunity that actually to strengthen the northwestern whites here. That, yeah, I should save up the MPP probably. Actually, I would like to get command also. I mean, we have a great one here already with Lidonair, and Udinich is also not too bad. Strengthen our HQs a bit. Or shall we get quickly another Estonian division? Kinda would like that. Or a northwestern division. No, an Estonian one, because he still can control people, and he's a really good commander. I think I would like to have two row deep here, so this is kind of safe. And we can still use the train then for more offensive action. Yeah, I'm gonna buy an Estonian division before we do the research. Yep. Coming in November. Just to secure everything here and have the opportunity to be also offensive a bit if we need to. Well, actually perfect. I didn't even count it with the upgrade. It worked out very well. Alrighty. Then to Ukraine. I wanted to use these. No, Ukraine. We already ordered this for Southern Whites. We ordered the tank last turn, but we have also some research to do here, right? Because we have 100, more than 175. This could be another tank development and another one in here, actually. Or we're doing artillery also. I've totally forgot. Did we do this purposefully? Did we start this one? I think so. Then we should also get an artillery. Whoa, 300. Wow. But at some point it might be useful, since he also evacuated Belgorod. It's insane. Okay, before we decide on which units to reinforce or not, let's move first. We have our poles here. We can use them for at least reconnaissance here outside of Ukraine. I think that's how we're gonna use them. Just move out a bit and back and forth. Then before we reinforce here, I'm gonna move directly up to Konotop and secure the perimeter here with these divisions. Just in case there's nothing happening in the area. And from here we're gonna reinforce the poles. I mean, they have mostly defensive tasks in Ukraine from now on. I'll have them... One unit here in Chernigov. Dig in. The other dude here is holding Sumi, that's perfect. The garrison, also we're gonna use those units for fighting partisans mostly. Both move up. Yeah, it's really a shame we can't use them at all these days. Yeah, this is Ukraine and this is Russia, so yeah, it's not easy. Well, let's take it slow. We first need some reconnaissance, which we're going to get by... Let's have these Armenians quickly take Belgorod, because that's an easy pick. And then we can... I want to go here to see if Voronezh is occupied. Yes, it is, heavily. Okay, the enemy is starting its defense over here. Interesting. So basically giving... Yeah, but I said that before. I don't want to push too hard on Tambov anyways. So I think I should be... By the way, we brought in Wrangel last term. Let's also use him. Or actually we did, kinda. Nice. I think I should use the momentum here to give these boys our course with which we want to strike. Definitely getting their updates. Yep, I think I don't need to push too hard actually right now. I mean, won't be prepared mode, so maybe we don't have to reveal our core here. Kind of tempted to use this forest as a defensive perimeter. Yes, oh. And I'll support this. Damn, I can't really cut off Kursk here. Might use the cast. I want to potentially cut off the escape route to the north. Is this like Ukraine here? No, Ukraine ends here, okay. Actually, I could have used here the pole still. Nah, it's okay. We still have this calf here available. I think I'm gonna take them here. So we can also take the northern route over here. Kantemirovka, we hold the line. Yeah, 366. Now we have to be careful in case we want to really buy artillery. Did I start the artillery research? Actually, I doubt it. infantry is now still tempted also still to go with the southern whites to invest southern whites, right? To one more in not southern whites, please. One more infantry and then one in tank, so we have a double chitted and we have 750 at the maximum. Yeah, I think, and then artillery will come later. I think I'm gonna go for this one, since we committed to the tank already. Then let's actually do this right now, because the rest is Ural mostly. And the rest has been moved. Yeah, I will do this. Decision has been made. We're getting, as I said, southern whites. One more here. And one more in tank development. I'm hoping we have nice tanks or we can upgrade them when they're ready. And leaving us with some wiggle room for reinforcements also, that's the important thing. For example here. Or mostly here, and then we can also upgrade some. Actually, the partisans here make sense, I think. Let's do all of the Don Cossacks. Yeah, they deserve it. These guys here, the Terek Cossacks, need their time anyways. Should we operate? We can't anymore, but we're gonna move them north. That's fine. Why did we send the Astrakhan? They were sent here in this area. Okay, the infantry. So at least them here. The Astrakhani infantry. Yeah. While the Terek Cossacks here. Yeah. Here's just we're lacking. I wanted to take out Pugachev, right? The supply is going down already, that's the beauty. I hope that this will be sufficient to take them out soon. Let's move them up here. And yeah, Uralsk here, shall we? We cannot, of course, they just arrived. Yeah, we have still our Ural boys here. We saw that Samara was occupied here. Burguslam. Orenburg for sure still is. That's the next move we could do. Try to push in their back, nah. Just like rather reassure ourselves, yeah, and then open up these lines maybe. But these boys don't need to march over there anymore. Yeah, I think this is fine. Here, Pugachev should, with the slow supply, should fall over time. And then we can either decide to, yeah, use these boys probably rather north. I think this is the more harassment, and here we're gonna, with these boys, we're like holding the line or occupying them here. And the main push, I would say, is avoiding this Voronezh position, actually. And let's say we would know that there's, at some point, this event can happen in Tambov. I mean, this would cut this line, and then with a, like, you know, this kind of a move to cut off them here south of Tula or Ural would trap this, at least from train supply here in Voronezh. This would be kind of lovely. So that's what I'm trying to achieve maybe next year. But yeah, here we're seeing that the enemy is showing us some resistance. Finally. Alrighty, up here, the Ural. Of course, we're gonna reinforce here our heroes, give them the last stand. And now we don't have the... okay, we can't afford to upgrade here anymore, sadly. We're going to definitely use here the 2 division versus... simply amazing how costly things are getting for the enemy. And I think we might even be able to destroy them on low supply. This would be awesome. And they have low supply here too, so that's why I think I'm daring to go this way. Damn it. It's a little bit too ambitious to move out here, I think. But I still will. Where can we bring down our new core? Directly here, that's awesome. Yeah, of course we'd like to bring in also the level 1. But it's too expensive anyway, so... Yeah, but we can't attack anymore if we move in here, so we have to take this one. And I will get this, yeah, we abandoned this position in order to shuffle. Amazing, really good damage being dealt over here to the enemy attackers. Look, 5, 5, 6, then this costs a lot to reinforce them. I think bringing up to 5 to 10, minimum 60 or something like this. So yeah, we're really dealing a lot of damage over here. I'm really proud of my boys here in the Ural. Even though we cannot upgrade, we're gonna save up, yeah. Really problematic. They would love to use these Ural Cossacks with the southern MPPs, but I guess that's the background. Okay, that's it already again. That's how it goes. Sometimes it's very quickly. Northern Whites. I said I'm waiting for a Cav or Marine Division. Yep. Let's see. Let's have a quick look at the reports, by the way. Yeah, well, the enemy has still a ton of troops over here. But the losses are also high already. And let's have a look at the graphs. It's very hard to tell, I guess. Yeah, the losses are high. That's good. Income, collected income is sometimes sometimes it's higher, sometimes low, but we managed to deal quite high losses so far, definitely. Income 350. I feel like that's similar to the Southern Whites. Southern Whites have gotten almost to 350, yeah, so we are, with all the losses of territory, they're under 300, so we're making more money at the moment, and yeah, he must have spent also to Bujoni and so forth. This costs permanent NPP income. And let's say we have more income with the Southern Whites right now than he does with the Bolsheviks. That's nice. So yeah, this is the downside. He gave up a lot of area very quickly when he saved up some units maybe, but we're making good income at the moment. And we have the Polish NPP that we could invest. That's something I would like to do. Even though I don't know what to do with the Poles right now. It's a little bit... they can't march effectively into Russia. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get the Lithuanian division back. That makes sense. Yeah. And we have 48, we can't do anything, so we're gonna save that up. Yeah, pretty easy decision. The dog days of summer, to be honest, I don't know what the dog days are. Oh. We're enjoying it. Our favorite mud and snow all over the place. Okay. Well, I think we can once again, I could use this button that I wanted to use more often, but no. Let's check quickly if the enemy is still around. Yep, they are. God. Let's quickly do this for the sake of sakes. Okay, nicely done. I already did it now. Alright, I think we didn't miss out on a single unit. That's good. And with that being said, let's finish the turn quickly together. Artillery weapons for the south. Yeah, we should die one. I think if we want to break through to the north somewhere, we'll need. It's good to have a southern Russian artillery somewhere. Good collection. 360, really nice. And that's it, guys. As always, let me know down in the comments what you think, where we're going with this one, what you like to see, and so forth. And of course, you know already that we're like 6 or 7 turns ahead of this release, so not every short-term decision can be respected, but you know the drill. Let me know your overall impressions, thoughts, and mid to long-term strategic thinking on this one. Always very much welcome, or just anything what's on your mind, of course. And yeah, if you're still here and haven't yet, it would be awesome if you leave a like and subscription to both me and Balthazor. Obviously, go check out his counterpart as well. And then most importantly, see you next time in the next episode when we continue this one. I think it's still once again, a very interesting scenario and game. And I don't feel like we're doing fine also as the whites. Maybe it's just the scenario is fancying the whites. Maybe I'm talking too quickly like this, but let's see. Guys, have a good one. Have a good time. See you next time. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.